I'm your host, Tom Ramage.
Louis Crawford.
Kenny Catman.
And today we are talking about the drones. What the fuck is going on with these drones in New Jersey?
Crazy.
What's
going on?
Yeah.
Hey, how's everybody doing? Along
Good.
with them fucking drones. Because you've actually seen them, bro.
It's the strangest thing.
It is.
I've been seeing them since in my neighborhood. I've been seeing them since right before Thanksgiving.
Oh.
Every day. They're just flying over. Like, I don't know what's going on.
Well, so they said that they were over the golf course.
And you know, some people do mistaken them for airplanes.
Right.
Because they all have FAA regulation lights,
Right,
which
yeah.
which makes it weird.
So
Yeah, okay.
Where do you live?
But-
Because they said that they saw them over the over by the by Trump's golf course.
Yeah, they said they saw it over there.
And how
too.
far away do you live from there?
Oh, I'm not near there.
Oh.
So, but like, they're like, what I was gonna say, they're the way to tell if they're drones is they're like lower and they go like a lot slower. So
Right.
that's how you can tell it's like they're drones. They're not airplanes,
Right.
but they have
And
like,
they can
the
move
FAA
in
lights
any-
on them. So that's
in
why
any
you're like,
direction as
is that
well.
An airplane? Oh wait, no, that's a drone.
Got it. Got it.
It can move side to side, up and down.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you had again. I said you've seen them, and were they just kind of like going slow to what they're showing on the news over your house and
Yeah,
stuff?
they're just going super slow.
Really?
Yeah, like they're scanning. It's really weird.
Yeah, that is kind of
shit.
strange.
And then I saw another one on like Route 23 in like West Milford, and it was like facing the traffic going like south.
Mhm.
Like it was like facing that traffic, and it was just watching the traffic. It was
No shit.
Yeah,
Oh, come on.
like super weird.
That is weird.
That's insane, dude. That's bug. That you got to figure out. That's why it is that people are really nervous.
Yeah,
you know,
right,
because
now you have AI coming out.
Yeah.
And if you can do that.
Well, yeah. But I mean, you know, I mean,
Skynet.
yeah,
Exactly.
see, bro. Yeah, they're getting set up.
Well, it's crazy because now you got these things just floating around.
Right.
You don't know where they're from. They're not marked in the sense where you know whether it's
you wouldn't be able to
military
see
or
it anyways.
private owned or whatever.
But you can't see it anyways because
There
it's dark
should be,
out.
right. And there needs to be more regulations on it. Of course, if it's the government, then,
Well,
there's
I
nothing
know
we
you
can do
need to
about
be
it.
licensed
way,
and whatnot to have them.
Sidebar. I just had to say, you know, off topic a little bit. Do you know? Someone told me this, and I don't know how true this is. We should look it up. That the government's missile defense system, that's AI. They named it Skynet.
I
lying.
saw that somewhere. No. I heard
Fucking
it was
with us, man.
No. That one I did. I heard the same thing.
I
But I
heard
think
that
it was
from
more.
someone.
I think
I
it was
don't
know
more
if
a
it's
joke
true or not, but
Yeah, I think it was more a joke. I think it was called Star Wars.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because that's what what's his name?
Back
was
in
doing
with
back in the
Reagan.
day. Where Reagan back
Yep.
in the day was doing.
There's that whole big Star Wars program that they
Right.
had.
But
he was doing that.
but anyway, so yeah, so
Satellites
these,
in space.
Yes.
So people have been seeing these, and the weird part is it started like in my area in like Morris County, New Jersey. I live like right where like Morris County and Sussex County are.
Okay.
I
Right.
live in Butler.
Right.
So like it's like right where that area is, but like it's just Morris County. It was like, and then all of a sudden it's like expanding more to Jersey and more to Jersey. And then people are seeing them in Maryland and people seeing them. It's like they're spreading out, which is what makes it even weirder.
Right. And at least the thing is because it's being so hush hush or nobody has any information on it is the thing that bothers you, right? But if you're local government or something in the military, just say this is what you're doing, man. Just say that's what you're doing.
That's
So at
the
least we have an idea. We know what's going on. We know it's you. You're doing A, B, and C.
Like people are
But why do
saying,
you got to be so covert with us?
the thing that does make sense, people go like, if they're not trying to shoot it down, then it's ours.
Right, because you know they would be shot down if they weren't
Yeah. So, but like,
immediately.
so like, what are they doing?
Right.
You know,
Whether it's local or
exactly.
the federal government.
Well, see, so for me, and how I thought about it from out the gate
Yeah.
was so now we know that people they wear the Oculus goggles, and it's like if you're really in the drone and you're flying, like if you're
Oh, right.
really
You're
in it.
operating with your
right,
eyes.
so you
It's like
see like
VR.
right there, right?
Yeah,
People also get paid to record stuff, to fly the drones and take pictures of certain
Oh, yeah.
areas and
There's all
stuff like
kinds of
that.
stuff.
There's also where they have 50 drones all hooked up on the computer, and they can do all kind of groovy light shows and stuff like that. So for me, I'm going that's what it was. that is just people, have a group of drone users, flyers, and they were all out there at the same time.
Yeah, but
and
everybody's
just doing
seeing
it.
them now.
Well, but again, how many people actually look up at any given
that's the
time?
But here's
you know
the
what I mean?
thing: you already have
So-
politicians and local politicians looking into this because they want answers. And even the police department are scanning them and watching them in Jersey. I was watching a local channel in Jersey,
Right.
and I believe it was a sheriff, and they were doing their own thing where they're able to look at them and check them out and everything. So it is happening, and they're trying to figure out why or what's the deal,
Yeah, so
and they
now
just. Well, they have their own theory on it.
Yeah, now they even the president was talking about it. And,
Right.
Right, so it's a whole
our
big thing now.
The president was talking about it.
there's obviously
it
something
was
going on.
Yeah, everybody's talking about it. You know?
Right.
So, but
For sure.
no one has any answers. Everything's,
Just say what
but
it is, man.
And they're like,
That's all. Like, it's the
not
same
a
if-
threat. They're saying it's
Right,
not
it's
a
not
threat.
a threat. So,
So,
let
like-
it rock.
Yeah, just let us know. Like, even if aliens come here,
Someone,
which we know they have,
So,
but say that they have.
I did watch a video on TikTok, and someone did. I think they nailed it. And what they say the drones are is NASA testing some this UAV program. UAV stands for unmanned aerial vehicle.
Right.
Okay.
And it's supposed to be a program. And there's videos 2 years old, and they said we'll be testing them in a couple years. And supposedly the manufacturers are based out of New Jersey. This is what I
Okay.
was told. This is what the video
It's 2
says.
years later.
And it says like they're testing these so they're supposed to be like drones
Right.
that like basically would for travel. Like you would take it like from your house or like
Yeah,
a
like a
drop off
shuttle.
point to like the
Right.
city. Like if you worked in the city, it would take you across the
Yeah,
Right.
It's a ferry or a shuttle kind of thing or
like an air
whatnot.
ferry.
Right, but this is going back
I'm
a
good.
couple of years ago too.
I'm good.
Though. I'd like to try it, but I
But-
mean, think
Yeah.
about a few years
If
ago. They
I'm
were talking about
operating
the
it.
But
deliveries.
even if that is the case, and that they're testing these out, and they're testing them out at night because it's easier. For
Well, because then they don't draw much attention, right? Because you really can't see it as well.
Yeah, well,
But,
true
like,
too.
That might be the
if
other
that
reason.
is them testing it out, why isn't anybody saying this is why they're testing them out? Which leads to two conclusions. One is there's some nefarious reason they're not telling anybody.
Right.
Or the second is there's just such, our government is so fucked up that like there's no communication with anybody and nobody knows what anybody's doing.
Well, that's
don't-
why I
what
was
I mean?
saying. Excuse me, I didn't mean to cut you
No,
off, but
go
this is
ahead.
why I'm saying that I think that it might just be a group of people. Like a drone club, because the government doesn't know, so they can't tell you what they don't know
It's
because
probably like on the dark web, they're all like,
yeah.
go start doing, guys,
Yeah.
get drones and go to Maryland.
Yeah, and just
everybody's
fuck
like,
with people, Just I mean, drone.
But, but normal drones that we have, that
Right.
we can get in the store and everything, but they're talking about things that are way bigger than
They
that
are. But
and
that's-
are able to stay in the air much longer
that's
than
why
the other
NASA
ones.
thing checks out.
So that's
because
you can't do that locally.
that's why that NASA thing
Can't buy
checks
that.
out.
They're huge. They said a vehicle. Didn't someone say there was one as big as a
Like
car or
SUV,
something?
Yeah,
Well,
this is
that's why this thing NASA thing checks out, because the vehicles that they had in this video, they were all concept.
The homeowner would not. You and me, everyday Joe, would never be able to buy anything like that
they
and
were,
do
they were
that.
the size of, but these things were the size of a car or whatever. I think
yeah,
they
but
came
that's what
from.
I'm saying though.
But that's what these things that NASA was supposed to be testing out. They're the size of cars.
But again, me seeing the things that I've seen,
Yeah.
people build these things.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They've been built. Matter of fact, I want to tell you, maybe 5 years ago or so, they were talking about making motorcycle drones, I guess to say. So big enough where it was the 4 propellers and it was like a motorcycle, the seat and everything in the middle, and there
just
was a
so-
dude driving that.
Yeah, it
He
goes
was
to a
flying
certain
it.
height,
Right.
and you can fly them. Yeah,
Right.
but
So
you're
if you-
manning it. You're
But
manning.
but what I'm saying is that if you can't see in the dark, nobody has brought out. They haven't had any. Correct me if I'm wrong. Nobody has seen any video of these things with night vision. So then you wouldn't be able to see if somebody was sitting on
Who's
it
to say they
to
didn't?
fly
I don't
around.
know. I don't know.
Well, that's what I said. I didn't see it.
But all I'm saying is if it's that big, nobody, the average person, unless you're a zillionaire, you can buy that shit and build it yourself, because you just can't go into any freaking local store and start building these things like that. These things are that big, and you don't wait. So here's the other thing about how we are in this country, right? If someone does something they're not supposed to, and they catch media attention, right? Let's say, like you said, they built something, and they put this drone up in the air. The government's going to know. When they find out, they're going to take it down.
Right.
They're going to be like going to you, and you're going to be like, you're locked down, pal. You're not allowed to put it
Right.
in the air anymore because you violated this, you violated that. So my eyes, I look at it as, no, I think if that was the case, there would have been a lot. It's been a couple, 2-3 weeks now of all this.
Right, but if
They would have been on lockdown already.
well, no,
been
because
like a
if you didn't find them, they can't find them. So they're trying to figure out where these things are landing. Like you said, the batteries last longer or whatever, however it is that they're being fuel powered or what have you. By the time, so the government hasn't had a chance. They're not thinking anything of it. It's not us. It's not doing anything harmful. There's no need to put this on the front burner.
Okay.
So,
That's how I'm looking at it.
Yeah. All right.
I
Hey,
mean,
to each his own.
but here's the other thing that's happening. Too.
Tomato.
And I know this is probably this is gonna probably put the conversation in a different direction, but purposely, because also now people are starting to see these orbs,
and that's where now
another thing that's happening.
Right.
And I don't think they're tied to the drones.
Nope.
I think people are seeing these because they're looking at the sky already,
Right.
And that these things are probably always in the air.
Exactly.
And I think now we're dealing with UAPs.
Yes. Now, did you see that?
Because they're orbs. They're just orbs. And it looks like a star, but if you look at the horizon, it's below the horizon.
Yeah.
And what does it move?
Yes. And
Sometimes they move, but a lot of the times they're sitting still.
yeah.
Okay.
But then they'll move.
That's the first time I ever heard of this.
Yeah.
That's pretty interesting.
This is very in tandem with what people say about UAP kind of sightings and stuff.
Gotcha.
And I know we had our episode on UFOs.
Right.
Yeah, no, but
this
see
ties-
how many different things it's already you could attach it to. It's like that's the crazy thing about UFOs, right? Or aliens.
Report this now all of a sudden about the orbs.
Right.
But no one on the news is saying anything about the orbs.
Mm-hmm.
No one is even using that word
Yeah.
at all.
Right.
Which is funny because it's being reported. People are posting, and that's the other thing. That's the reason why they think that people are trying to get rid of TikTok is because people are talking about this on TikTok. And the news isn't talking about it. Why is this?
You might not. I mean, that's a good theory. I mean, because I get it because they're going to get shut down any day until I believe they're trying to get the Supreme Court to look at it before they go through with it because otherwise it will happen and then our account wouldn't exist. Whoever has one's gone.
It's done.
Right. It wouldn't work. And then. Yeah. It was just the way the guy explained it was because they were going to shut it down immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it looks like it's going in that direction, but this is the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
Okay, so don't be surprised if it goes the other direction because it could.
Yeah.
Listen, all these things that people have seen for years, decades, whatever.
Right.
Now, like you said, people are actually looking up.
Right.
Now they're paying attention. Now they're seeing more things because now they're paying attention.
Yeah.
Again, the orbs, that's something else altogether.
Yeah.
Now they're saying that the drones are also flying over near military bases.
Right.
So that then that's
They
where
could
the
be
orbs
doing
come
stuff,
in and
yeah.
the aliens because UFO is always within, 50 miles of it.
Well, anytime there's radioactive or nuclear threats,
right.
that's when in Fukushima, those are the same things. If you ever see the videos of the UAPs from Fukushima, they looked like stars in the sky, except they were moving. And they all in formation and stuff like that. And then they all formed into one or whatever. And they actually say that they've remediated some of the radioactive activity when they were there. There's always they said people saw UAPs at Chernobyl. All these nuclear, they always show up for these nuclear events.
Isn't there a video? I saw it. I saw the video where there's an object going around a missile that had already been fired.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's shooting at it three times, and then you see the thing just go fall out of the sky.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what's that all about? That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Well,
If you see that live and that happens in front of you,
oh yeah, dude, yeah,
you'd be like, I knew it.
Yep.
I'm not surprised.
They're here. Yeah.
But the fact that they came because of that moment, whatever they were using or practice or whatever they were doing or trying to do, they diverted it. They're like, no. They stopped it. So again, you're mentioning these orbs. It could be the same capacity where they're trying not to hope or prevent anything from happening. Is that possible too?
Yeah, definitely, 1,000,000%. And the drones are just there to get the
more positive
the video coverage.
spin on it. I don't know. I'm not saying it's true or not. I'm just throwing, my own.
Yeah.
No, I'm with you because I'm just not hell bent on the idea that it's, just 100% UFO stuff.
Right.
You know,
no, not 100%.
I just feel like for me, like I said before, you know, it could be the people who are part of the drone club. You know, if it is military, that military is just going around and it could even be Google Maps.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the area that they're looking at right now.
It's possible.
You know,
it's possible.
just-
Well, why wouldn't they say that?
But they also said that too when they asked.
Why did they
They're
say
like,
that?
It's not a tech company. You know, like
Okay, all right. So
when
that's
the
what I'm
news
talking about.
asked, is it a tech company? They're like, no, it's not a tech
Be so
company.
sneaky.
You know,
Just freaking say what it is. for
because it's
crying
more
out
fun.
loud.
Look at everybody talking about it.
Yeah, but we're at the point now. I think we realize that our government is going to do certain things that we're not aware of. They're going to be,
Right.
testing whatever it is for the military or anything else for that matter. At least treat us like we're not idiots at the point now and say, hey, okay, they get it. We're doing this. You don't have to go into detail, but just say, A, B, C, and D, and you're like, oh, all right.
Yeah, but you can't because if you're the government and this is something that's going to protect
yeah.
everybody, if you
I
say,
get
oh,
it.
well, that's
I get
us.
that, but I get that point of it too. But if it's an innocent type thing, like that, well, not that this is innocent because it's not. It's kind of covert and it's like, wait, what's
Right.
going on? But okay, what's the reason? At least give it a reason or some lame excuse, but at least say something.
well, the other thing,
You know what I mean?
The other weird thing is people saying they're going out to the ocean.
Are they really?
Right.
That's the ocean.
Yeah.
Okay, now that's
But-
weird.
But you know what's so weird is what they were talking about in the news. What they had that White House thing. I don't not White House.
Oh, no, it was a senator or something like that.
The
You're just freaking crackhead, bro.
no, the hearing with the
Oh, that one, yeah.
with the UAP hearing
Right,
that they
right.
had in Washington D.C.
Yeah.
like
Okay.
a month ago.
I
They
didn't
were
know
saying
that.
that they admitted that the aliens are coming from the aliens or UAP are coming from the ocean or something.
Right.
like
Really?
Right. But somebody else, some other senator turned around and he said that it was another country that was
Right, they're
sitting
trying to
in the
blame it on
water.
somebody else.
Right. That he was sitting out that the other country was sitting out in the water and they were sending the drones over.
Oh,
they were
yeah,
flying
yeah.
the drones from the water to come and
Yeah,
see what we were doing. I'm like, bro, so you went there to the golf
Oh,
course?
that guy?
Yeah.
Who the guy was like, Iran, it's an Iranian
Yeah, whatever it was.
mothership.
Yeah, whoever it was. I'm like, dude, then what? They would have already blown everybody up because by the time everybody looked up and started paying attention to these things, you don't even know how long they were out there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? How long they were flying. Psst, come on, Coast Guard and everybody else would have already gotten it and got
Yeah.
them anyways. If
Well, they
you
say
know.
we all watch those shows on TV when they talk about the aliens and people.
Yeah.
They say, hey, they had this and that. Now they also say they're also in the water.
Right.
That they can be,
Mm-hmm.
submerged for who knows how long and be able to, which is a great way to freaking and think of how if they're traveling back from a certain place, I
Right.
can't imagine that they're flying. We have to think they would have to be more like bending space somehow to get from A to B to make it a shorter trip.
Right.
'Cause it's just no,
They
you
got
know.
this is a layover. This is the this is
Right.
the
Let's stop on Earth.
Yeah, yeah,
We'll
yeah.
only be
We're
there
gonna-
for
we
3
gotta-
days.
honey.
Don't
We
worry.
got to fuel up. We're gonna stop over on Earth and just gonna
We'll only
get
be
some
there
more
for a couple
hydrogen.
days.
Yeah.
But it's a little crazy. But we'll
Yeah,
just,
yeah.
That
we'll
is
take
the
a peek.
theory.
Yeah. That's been the theory for a long time.
Or
Yeah, aliens are coming from, this is the layover. This is the gas stop. You
Listen,
know?
the only reason I also bring it up too is that because we live in a nation where that's not necessary as far as we don't, we already have cameras and stuff around. So let's
Right.
say it's the government for some reason.
Okay.
And they're saying, oh, they're surveying or they're just checking everything out or whatever
Mm-hmm.
they're doing because we don't know, right? Doesn't make it right. Follow what I'm saying? Doesn't make it right because we have certain rights.
Right.
So they could be taking advantage of that because we don't know those rights. Follow? And
Okay.
they're the federal government. They're going to do whatever they're going to do. You know what I mean? You probably wouldn't find out until later on, but that's wrong. That's what I'm saying. It's just
I
wrong
get
to
it.
do that to people if that's what's happening. I doubt that's what's happening, but they do have that kind of power, is what I'm
Right.
saying.
Yeah, no, definitely. I get it. I
know what
get
I
it. I hear you. And I guess I'm just more.
You don't want to piss them off.
Well, yeah, no, you don't want to piss them off, but I'm going back to what you said before. I don't think that if the government is doing these things, the only thing that they should be saying it's government testing and keep it at that. And
That's
they
fine.
should
I can live
be-
with that.
Be like,
Yeah.
it's
I can live with that.
Be like, it's a government issue.
Yeah,
You can't
that's
talk
it.
about it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we
we're
can't.
flying them, but we can't tell you why or what they do or the ABC.
Well, what do you
and D.
mean? Why? No. Listen, it's just it's a government. That's it.
See, for me, I'd be like, okay.
Yeah, but
Because
everybody
eventually
else,
it's going to come out anyway.
right? But people are like,
I
oh,
think
you
you
need
know
to know.
what that would send the conspiracy theorists going.
Oh,
crazy.
they're
gonna
already
do it
going
regardless.
crazy.
It
Yeah,
would be
they're
even
already
worse.
they're
Now
already
they'd be
freaking
like,
out.
They'd be like the government.
They do
Yeah,
it
dude,
already.
they're
They're ridiculous,
freaking out
man.
now.
I just can't stand conspiracy theories, especially when they're off the fucking
Yeah,
wall.
no, it was something like
If
off the
they're
wall.
plausible, I could be like,
Right, plausible shit. I can like,
right.
okay, that,
maybe.
like I say, UAP, it's plausible.
Imagine, right? I get it.
Right.
But then you get the ones where you're like, oh my.
yeah, like,
Please, you're hurting
yeah.
my brain
It's
right
Bigfoot.
now. Please
Bigfoot
stop.
and the Yeti are driving. They're flying the drones.
Yeah.
Dude, come on, bro.
They were
Shut
sitting
the
in
fuck
a Jeep.
up. Yeah. A Hemi engine in that
Right.
thing. Yeah. They were drag racing this past week in
But I
an
think
English town.
one that is a legit would be like, thinking that maybe it's Russia or China. But I'm sure if they would have been shot.
Who's it?
Though,
We're not doing it to somebody else.
I know, but like
We're doing our own thing. We're all doing it to each other.
FAA approved lights on them though, like
Right.
you know what I mean?
Because
They
if
would
you
all-
have
they
the,
would be all
but
in
the,
the dark.
that's the thing. The lights are a way for people not to pay that much attention. Because here we are,
Like, 'cause
we're
it looks
driving.
like an airplane.
'Cause it looks like a plane.
We're driving, and we know that when we're
But
driving,
when it's not
you
moving that
see it.
fast, though.
Right,
Yeah.
but
Like a normal, you're like, wait a minute.
When you're driving,
That's
you
all
can't
right.
tell. You're like, oh shit, am I going that fast?
Right.
Bro, I live next to. No, I don't live
But
anymore,
that's
but
what
next
makes
to
people
the
watch
airport.
them is because you're like, why is that airplane not moving the right
But
way?
again, it's because of which way it is. Because
Right.
again, I don't know to come out this far, but from the airport,
Tanya said
military planes.
She's seen a couple
That's
here.
how you
already.
But the
notice
military
them.
planes,
Excuse
when they
me.
fly around and they're
Apologize.
doing the practice
Maneuvers,
flights,
yeah,
whatever the
yeah.
maneuvers, right?
Yes.
When you see them and they're going super slow, and these are like the B-52s. These are the real big ones. They're going super slow. So then if you're now on a road or on the highway and you're doing 55, 75, and you've seen it, it's hard to tell sometimes if you're driving and it looks like it's almost sitting still. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's just one of them things, you know?
Hey,
And-
listen. If it's going to be done to help protect us or anything like
Right.
that, obviously,
Yeah.
and not evade other people's privacy is what I'm saying, which they cannot or should not
Right. So
violate.
them flying over the houses is why it's like,
But that's the way you can tell that they're not airplanes. Is the way.
Right.
right.
because
Yeah.
they move,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. And
Absolutely.
because of how low they are, you
And
said you
somebody's
can hear them and
operating
shit.
it, obviously.
Yeah. I haven't seen any that I don't know of. Like I do a 2
I
o'clock
haven't
in the
either
morning one.
personally,
Yeah.
and I don't really look for them, to be honest with
Yeah.
you. So,
I'm out a couple of days a week at 2 o'clock in the morning and I'm driving.
right,
I haven't seen anything.
right.
Like literally, I haven't even seen airplanes. Like there's just nothing on the highways that I take, and I'm like, okay. And I'm actually looking, bro. I'm actually like now I'm looking up to see,
Right.
And
Right. I'm gonna have to do the same.
it's just one of those things. People are scared because of the unknown.
Of course.
People are going to come up with the conspiracy ideas because of the unknown, because it's something to talk about. Look, we're here now on our podcast talking about
Right,
it.
right.
You know what I mean?
We have our
you
own
now,
theories.
Tom. But Tom has had firsthand experience because Tom has actually seen it.
Right.
So he knows what it sounds like. He saw it. It's that moment of fear, like, yo, what the fuck is that? Like, what the hell? Now they're here. So I get that. I understand. Just you talking about it when you spoke to us before, I'm like, whoa, that is kind of serious.
Sounds like UAP stuff.
Yeah.
It's weird. Like not the drones. The drones
Right.
are drones, but
Right.
like those orbs. Like,
Right, because now the orbs
That's
coming around and popping up.
but
Like
have they
now,
always
what the
been
hell?
there? And like we're just not looking
Well, but see, now here's the thing.
because
If
everybody's
it's
looking at the air now. Like, oh,
But if
drones.
the drone, so now I'll throw the conspiracy thing in there too. If it's the drones and it's military operated drones, now the orbs being UAPs, that now the military is being watched while they're flying these things, because it could be something like Skynet.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Doing,
It could
they're
be
just
something
doing
like that.
maneuvers.
You know?
They have to
but
test it out.
like in their control, not Skynet.
Right,
like
yeah.
Terminator.
Right.
But
like
Skynet
human
was
control.
Be
Right,
like-
but
Can you
Skynet
imagine
started
this
out
is
in
all
human
automated?
control.
This is all automated, like automated scanning.
There
like
you
they're
go.
Scanning for
Wow,
something.
that could happen.
Yeah.
I know
and
is
that's
that-
what's
that
crazy
is one
about
of
the
the-
whole idea
Yeah.
because, again, it goes. There's a lot.
And that's
Yeah,
one of the
there's a
other
lot of crazy
theories
shit that can
that's
happen
going
with that.
around is that there's a like loose nuclear
Right,
like
yeah.
material or something like that.
Right, and isn't that one of the theories, right? What
Yeah.
we were talking about when we actually, as far as the podcast is concerned, right? They were saying because the police were being built up in New York City too, subway, National Guard, and so on. Hulk will put them out, right? So when people were saying, they're almost being very, they're being
But
proactive
Right.
because either they know something or they
but
just
all
have
major
a
cities have like those scanners are built into the
Right.
city.
right. They're in the cameras and stuff now.
They're built in,
Right,
already.
because they don't want of dirty bombs.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
So
like
yeah,
that's already part of like national security or whatever it's called, homeland security.
Homeland security, right?
So like I don't think they would need them.
Well, she has them there, and
If
so
they
for
are
whatever
trying to
reason,
scan for like nukes. You know what I mean? That's where it's kind of like
right? No, but I'm saying to have that many people, being on the subway and in the city alone, you know, with
I'm saying like they would
with freaking automatic weapons,
Right.
you know,
Yeah.
National Guards, troopers.
Yeah, no, it's wild. It's wild. You know, and even too, what if these are just, you know, the drones are government, you know, the super funky, messed up stuff about it.
Right.
Is if it's just scanning and seeing how those drones scan, how they can scan to start catching facial recognition.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To see who's where.
Dude, when you go into Lowe's, right?
Yeah.
Or any of them, and you stand at the register and you can see yourself on camera, right? It's all over your face, bro. The whole thing is just like you see in the movie, man. Or that show that was on TV. Remember that show? He was it was like they were like detectives or whatever. The guy worked for this one guy and he used technology to use facial recognition.
Right.
And that guy was special forces and he worked with him to, you know, do. I didn't watch the show, huh?
Lie to me.
It might have been.
Is that what it is?
Micro expressions and stuff. Dr.
Yeah.
Lightman. Yeah, lie to me.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good show.
Yeah.
But I mean, and again, it could.
And
be.
that was what that show was about, wasn't it? Facial recognition, and they were able to.
Yeah.
So that's the direction we're going in.
And it could
Sci-fi comes true, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And we've been talking about that
Hopefully
for a long
not alien, but you know, we don't want. I don't want xenomorphs
Listen,
popping at
They're
chest.
probably
popping
here
at
already.
everybody's
They're
chest.
probably here already so many times.
Let's not go there.
Yeah.
Well, listen, bro.
No, but-
there's a, like you said, bro. There's so many different theories. Right now is where we were sitting here in this half hour so far that we've been saying about it. We have literally come up with 8 different conspiracies, ideas, thoughts.
Right.
You know,
Because it could be
feelings,
anything. That's
whatever.
why.
Right. You know.
Right.
No, go ahead.
I'm just saying, but not being ridiculous either. We're not like, going off the edge and going into shit that, you know, you're like, okay,
Right.
we're done. We're done talking now. You know, kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like we're being, you know, we're trying to figure out what it could be or what it is. And, you know, your mind just goes in every direction. So you don't want to, at least you're being open. I look at it this way. At least we're being open to the fact it could be anything.
Yep.
And that's why we talk the way we do, because we're like, who knows?
Yeah.
It could be that.
Yep. Because these are 3 different views in all honesty.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because, you know.
We agree on some things, but some we don't.
Yeah, because I'm straight up. I'm like,
I hear you.
He's probably somebody, just bunch of people just flying these things around.
may be right, bro.
Have you ever seen people that the hobby?
I've seen them.
No, not the drones, of the helicopters.
Oh no, I know.
So they have helicopters, and the helicopters.
I know they're like
yeah, you you'd be able to fit one of your puppies in there.
Right.
Yeah.
Helicopters,
Yeah,
like-
yeah, and all by remote control.
Not doing that.
No, I'm not saying. I mean talking about like you can fit
Something
a
in
small
there and
puppy
carry
in
it
there,
Yeah,
you know, at a decent size. Look
have
at the
to be
size
like
of
the
the
hobby
drones.
airplane version.
Right, yeah,
size.
the airplane. Have you seen the jets? And I'm not kidding you, bro. It's the size of a couch.
Dude.
They're freaking awesome. Go
They're
ahead.
like 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, and that's why I'm saying, so that then these drones that people are seeing that they're so big, perception, the fear that it's really not the
What,
size
that
of an
somebody's
SUV.
watching you?
No. I'm talking about the size of them.
Right. Oh, I got you.
That's what I'm not
too.
talking about. No.
Right. But when you see,
they're up there and not, you know, I'm not saying that they're not up there. I'm saying that they're up there, you know. I'm just saying the size of them, you know. They're they're looking at us, they're scanning us, they're looking at the landscape as far as I'm concerned. They're looking at the lay of the land. That's just me. That's where I'm at.
dude, they could have done it already. And we didn't
Right,
even
exactly.
Know
And we didn't even know that. Then we weren't paying any attention, and you know,
Oblivious.
That's where we totally oblivious because we don't look up. You know, if it was out there during the daytime, you know how it is that people are actually seeing it now when it's colder outside, and they're, you know, they should be quote unquote inside with their windows closed.
Right.
That's kind of bugged out.
Because you know what you see when you're driving.
Yeah.
'Cause it's in the horizon.
Right.
So you see it when you're driving. That's when I see it more when I'm driving. But then
drive
when
a lot,
now
too.
I'm looking
I do
out the
too, but
window,
you know what?
which
I
is
don't
even
see that
crazy.
stuff
Yeah,
when
I
I'm
know. You need to
driving.
be careful, bro.
Yeah. I'm
Don't look out the window.
Fucking
Look straight, Tom. Look straight where you're
I'm not
driving.
really driving a lot at night. You know what I mean? Like,
No, I'm saying at my house now.
you see him in the daytime or you see him at night?
I thought he was. I thought he was looking out the side window when he was driving. I'm like, no, don't look out the side window, bro. Look this front window.
No, I'm saying I'm seeing them when I'm driving.
Yeah.
Now I look out the window of my house and I'm like, holy shit, there's one.
Yeah.
You know, it's fucking
Yeah.
crazy.
It's wild, man. This is all the things because of, you know, our ages, you know, the books we've read, the movies we've seen, the TV shows,
Crazy.
and again, the TV show, because we've seen some crazy TV shows, and all this stuff is like, this is
it's
Big
happening.
Brother watching, bro. You know,
Yeah.
this is
Watching
Big Brother.
sci-fi unfold.
Yeah, exactly. Yes,
It's nuts.
exactly. You know,
It's nuts.
this is all. Matter of fact, like I started to say before, they were doing the drone delivery to drop it right off in front of your house.
Amazon was supposed to start doing that.
Those
I
are
think.
pretty-
Let's talk about that. Any answer is some kind of weird sci-fi shit. Because
Yeah.
even if it is like drone delivery from Amazon, that's
Yeah.
like fucking crazy.
Right. Because
Walmart's
they-
even testing it on.
Yeah, right.
That's what I'm
Exactly.
saying. So, like I said, I'm not saying that these drones are that.
I think Walmart. Wants
I'm
to
just
start to do
saying.
Amazon. I think that's what's.
Well,
They're not-
right, yeah,
yeah.
They-
How much
yeah.
more money do they need? Really?
Well,
crying out
but
loud.
again, think about it. We have in our area here, we've got I think from my house to yours, we got 4 Amazon warehouse hubs
Right.
now. I don't know about how by you, if you have,
You have
any that
anybody?
been
You have a
built.
supermarket, don't you?
Huh?
Don't you have that Amazon,
Amazon
market
store?
or something that you can go
Oh
into?
yeah, we got that.
So
we got
look
2
at
of
that.
those in Jersey.
Wow.
So now the more that you have around, the closer you are, they're all within a 25, 40 mile radius of each other. The hubs that we have, the Amazon hubs. If they're delivering and they're practicing delivering, and that's why they see the drones,
Right.
they're right there. They have to go slow. They can't drive. They can't fly
Can
fast
you imagine if it was Amazon? But why wouldn't
Yeah.
they just tell us?
because it's more fun not to, bro.
Oh,
it's
Amazon
more
is
fun.
playing on
Yeah.
it. But how do they have the government playing on it too? You know,
Because
like,
everybody had again, there's businesses where people fly their drones to show and the lay of the land. So when you watch HGTV,
Right.
they have that's the opening and the closing credits.
Well,
There's
you
a
know-
dude standing there with the drone and he's flying it in around the house and flying
Listen,
it back
yeah,
out.
archaeologists are
Amazon
using it
testing
now to go above things, to
Right,
look down
yeah.
on it.
That's what I'm
no,
saying.
there is a lot of good stuff,
Yeah.
obviously, but when you see it, when it's just, you see one here, then you see another one.
Could you imagine?
Something's going on.
Could you imagine if it ended up being Amazon and be like, it's surprise, it's
Yeah,
us.
we're
Be
doing
like,
it, yeah.
And guess what? If you saw them in your area, that means you are now available for
Yeah.
drone delivery,
Yeah.
same day delivery.
Hell yeah. You
know,
got
imagine
video of
imagine
it.
that?
Your first
No, they
delivery
better
for
be
this
careful
year
with
is fucking
dogs,
free.
bro. They better be
Yeah.
careful because dogs will go after that.
Well, right. That's
Well, I think
like the
it's
mailman.
supposed to drop it off
It's-
a line, like so. It's
Oh,
like,
really? That's cool.
yeah, because they can't get that close to drop.
You don't
it off
want
on
them
the
to
porch.
either. You don't want them getting
Right.
that close to the
Yeah.
house. So yeah, you're probably right. They probably drop it down from a different certain height
Right.
Yeah.
where it's a safe height
Yeah.
where nobody's near it.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Also,
and it
you
probably
can't have a
sees
lot of
if anything's
trees,
in
too.
around,
If you have a lot of
Yeah.
trees,
obstructions or anything
Right.
if
like
you have a
that.
lot of trees, you're probably not available.
Yeah, you
Star
can't do
Trek
it.
stuff.
And
Just Star Trek.
but it was all that stuff was automated.
Can you imagine? if
it was
I would-
autonomous.
That's like a happy ending.
Well,
What's that?
Kind of. I mean,
Yeah,
it's still
that it was-
annoying that no one would say anything. But
No.
that's
That's the
scenario
thing that
was
bothers
a
me.
cool one.
Yeah.
I'd be like, yeah, oh.
Yeah,
Yeah, like-
just say what it is, please.
yeah, no. Like I said, I'm waiting for the surprise. I'm waiting for you got us, you bastards. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But
They'll come up
again,
with-
it could be even SpaceX. It could be Elon Musk, and
Oh,
this
who
is
knows, man.
what it is that he's like I said, the same idea as Bezos. Him coming out with the cars, him doing all these
Imagine
different
this being
things.
all hype for something though. That would be crazy. That
Yeah.
would be like an advertiser's wet dream. You
And
know what
that's
I mean?
why
like,
I'm
can you
saying-
imagine if this is all hype
Yeah,
for
but they
something?
probably already
Yes.
doing it, so it's not like they can't. You have to have a special license to do it. If you're going to do it in certain areas, you can't go to a certain height. You can't do it by airports, I believe.
Yeah, you can't. You
There's
could do it.
certain-
That's how it is
There's
now.
only certain. There are rules and
Right.
regulations.
It's already like that now.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
so, but
so-
if people are violating them, then somebody's going to get involved, or the people who would get involved are usually the ones who are doing it.
Right, but that's what the news was saying now.
Right.
That the way that they're flying, the ones that people are seeing, aren't breaking any of the FAA laws yet, because they're not flying that high. They're not flying fast. They're not flying over by airports and such. They're just
But what are they doing?
Well,
why
I mean,
do you need to
that's-
stay in one place
Right,
the whole
yeah.
time?
yeah. Like I said,
Or maybe they're checking traffic patterns too.
that one I don't know, bro, because it looks like where they are, there's not enough.
Because they're drones and they might start laws about like if they're going to have like these delivery services that they're not allowed to they have to take like highways like go over highways for the main flights until they go to so they're not
get off at that exit.
Do you think that would be smart though? Because if they drop whatever kind of product they have on a car on the way down, like in other words, what happens if the thing loses a product while it's driving? Let's say a malfunction.
A bird hits it.
No, I'm just saying, would you be driving in your van going to a store and you got a fucking package at the front of your car? Oh, you're on the freaking highway, New Jersey Turnpike. It's fucking, it's mayhem.
No,
good one.
But, you know, it does raise a lot of questions like that. Like, what about if it's going over your house and it drops it off on your head? You know what I mean?
Right.
Or a kid playing outside and kills a kid, you know? Kills your dog. Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean?
Well,
like,
but
you know,
that a whole
like,
other
I
thing.
hope it doesn't kill anybody.
Yeah, I know.
No,
No
that's
shit.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, these
Right.
things better be fucking
Well,
safe. and
first of
dropping
all, they
shit
got to
on
be
them.
light. They have to be light enough for the drones to be able to take them out and and then the drone itself be able to come
You hear
back.
about drones crashing too in people's houses.
Yeah,
and shit.
but
Like,
again,
what the fuck?
look at the drones that are crashing. The drones that are crashing are the little people, the little ones that the battery lasts
They
for
say, like-
2 hours, and the people are using them. The kids are using them for an hour and 45 minutes. So now the it's 15 minutes away. I mean, I'm sorry, 15 minutes left for battery life, and the kid's trying to get it back, but now it doesn't read right. The remote control isn't working right. Then that's when they crash and they fall out of the
can't
sky.
They
wait.
show
I can't
birds
wait
in the
till-
sky going after this thing.
Yeah,
man.
exactly.
I can't wait till there's like drone delivery from Amazon. I'm gonna be so excited.
Look
I'm gonna
at
be
you,
like
you're funny.
available for same day drone delivery.
Yeah.
I'm like, yes, I'll be like
Well,
waiting.
see,
I'll
now-
be hanging out outside the entire time.
See, that's funny as hell. But I don't know if they'd be able, if it would be wise to have the drones deliver to your house. I think there should be a drop off only because if it falls on somebody's head, you know what I'm saying? Or if
But
the
we
drone
don't know.
falls out of the race.
We're also assuming, of course, the fact that that's how we think it's going to be.
Yeah, man, it might be
right.
different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because
They had one advertisement for the ground drone. If you saw that, it looked
Yes,
like a small,
like a little
tank
cart
thing.
kind of thing. Yeah.
Really?
And then it goes to your door, and then you open it. Like
When you get, it'll sit there until you get it, and then it'll,
Okay. That's
yeah,
interesting.
like a little R2D2 kind of thing. Like, and then goes back.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
I
But it
already
waits-
said
but like a
Star Trek,
package,
and
it
now we're
waits
doing
for-
Star
But
Wars.
like a package, it waits for you. Like it sits there until
Right.
you.
Yep.
know.
And then it takes off when you're done.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Listen, you know what, bro?
But it's a good crazy. Well, it's both.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right. I mean, and
that's the
it's
whole
a good
idea.
idea. It's fun.
You just got to hope it's not being used for the wrong reasons.
That's where the problem comes in. You know,
But we already know that that's probably not the case.
Well, with great
But we're
power,
not the only one, is what I'm saying.
Right.
If you think the United States, no, you're wrong. Because, as a matter of fact, they were talking about China. They showed how they were doing them, where they were all in line with one another, and they were all moving like in unison. There was like hundreds of them, and they were doing like these drills.
That's what I'm telling you, bro.
That's crazy,
One
man. person
person is sitting there with this big, computer board.
So I'm
and
saying we're
they're
not the
sitting
only
there,
ones. It's
yes,
every military on this planet.
bro. It's private sector. That's what I'm saying.
That's
to
what
you.
I'm saying.
It's the
That's what I'm
private
saying. So
sector that
they're
is
going to
doing
try
this.
to take care of, take the advantage of this.
Right.
You know?
They are. And again, here we are talking about it like it's, that super conspiracy
the crazy
theory.
part is once they link this up with AI, it'll start moving autonomously into wherever it find you'll be like search for like a missing person, say. It'll start searching, but it'll adjust its search on figuring things out.
So they have
it'll find a clue and then it'll go somewhere else.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So they started doing that.
Yeah.
But I believe it's a pilot. You
No,
know what I
that's
mean?
a
Like
cool
they
thing for a drone.
Right.
Yeah.
So that then where was it? There was an earthquake a few months back.
But using
and
AI with it though.
right. That's the only thing that's different. Everything you said is already happening other than shy of the AI.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that's what it is. And this is where we're headed. To an extent, it bothers me. But what happened, Lou?
No, I'm agreeing with
But
you.
that's for good though,
Right.
finding
But
a missing
it's
person.
the
or
idea
like
of AI doing it is where the problem comes in. You know what I mean? But again, that's because of the movies. Oops, sorry. That's because of the movies, the TV shows that we watch that we don't want.
There's already two
the
movies
aliens
with
to-
AI. And I just watched recently.
You've seen it a
There was
lot
one
now.
with,
And you've seen it
the
everywhere,
guy-
too.
I forget what the name of the movie was. It was with the guy from Harold and Kumar. The one who plays Harold, and it was like this, and they had like this like Alexa, but it was like this Alexa that had cameras in the house and could watch you. And it was like,
yes.
and it was like right away. It's like, hi, what's your name? Oh, I noticed there's a mess.
Yes.
Hey kids, how about I give you your
Right.
parents will give you. I'll give you points,
Yep.
and you can trade
Yep.
your points with your parents. And
Right.
the
It was
kids
like
all
the
started
nanny.
working together.
Yep, it's like
Yeah.
the nanny. Yeah, it was bananas. Watching the
nuts.
trailer for that thing, bro. I was like, oh.
And then there was
hell
another
no.
one with the robot with Megan Fox or whatever, where like the mom is like dying
Right.
or whatever, and they get this like nanny who's like a AI based
Yep.
like robot.
There was that
humanoid
crazy.
robot.
We just watched. I just watched the end of a movie the other night. That there was just a movie on that.
So,
where
like,
they
yeah.
had that girl, that robot girl, and she wound up turning rogue. The robot went rogue.
Was
Yeah,
that
yeah,
like a
Ex
horror
Machina?
movie.
Yeah.
That's Ex Machina. Oh no, that's the one. Because there's another one, Ex Machina.
Oh yeah, but like
No, not that one. But is that
Okay.
the one
this
with the
was
little
one
girl?
nanny? No,
Yeah.
it's- but you know what the thing is though, like that's such Hollywood. You know,
Right.
if ever this shit they make it is going to be made safe, and they're not going to be like, oh,
You would
it's not
hope.
just going to gain a conscious. You,
would
know what I mean? Like,
You would hope not. But check this out.
Go ahead.
Listen to this. Forget
with
about
quantum-
drones, man.
But then again, with
You ever hear of
quantum-
surveillance
Right.
dust?
No.
Theoretical or technological. Sorry, guys. Concept involving particles that could be used for monitoring purposes. The military is working on this now. I was watching this the other night. It's a dust. And then whatever they use it for, they're able, and you can't shoot through it. You can't knock it down. Whatever you do to it, it just goes through, and
Because it's dust.
and they can use it to survey
No
and surveillance
kidding.
you. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. We're not the only ones. I saw this the other night on TV.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Right?
That's crazy.
That is nuts, right?
And again, that's nanotechnology.
Nanotechnology.
You know,
Thank
that's
you.
nanotechnology.
technology.
Fast forward.
Yeah, I was ready to go.
Because whatever the dust hits, it knows what it's on.
Right. Yeah. It knows what it's on. I don't
It can
know,
take,
man.
from shape, I guess.
That's
Right,
crazy,
right,
though.
right.
So, what happens if you breathe this stuff in? You know what I mean? What does it do?
Well, I mean,
You know what I mean? Like just the fact that they're able to do like that reminds me of Terminator.
Mhm.
Because remember the robots were turning they
Right.
turned into the metal, or it was
Yeah.
more like a
Yeah.
like
that Mercury.
right, and it just build back up.
Well, that's the whole
You
thing.
know what I'm saying?
though.
Like,
I'm
what
sure though,
the
if it's the dust goes in your body. You're either breathing it out or it's going to go through your system, and it's whatever. If it's something like that to that that kind of small nanotechnology, we've seen it in a whole bunch of stuff. It's helps rebuild limbs and brains and everything else. Cars or whatever.
Capturing sound, video, and environmental
We're really
data.
sidetracked from drones.
Transmit
Yeah,
data.
yeah.
Transmit data with it.
Yeah. Well, that's how far
Micro
off, like I said.
batteries energize harvesting advanced materials for self-sustaining energy.
Now that's the idea, though. That's that's drones in 50 years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
not
Now,
even-
if they're
wait a
already
minute, 20
working on this,
in 20
they're like
well, I
drones
know,
are
I'm
like
just being-
probably
yeah.
the like nothing now.
Right, yeah, and that's the whole thing, bro.
As far as
this is just the
military
beginning.
is concerned.
Yeah, this
I mean
is
they
just
probably
the
use both,
beginning.
of course.
This is just the beginning.
You can use the
You know.
drones to release that.
Right.
Necessary.
Yeah.
Drone goes into a certain place, drops the dust. I'm out.
Mhm.
Like a pilot, dropping a missile or
Right,
something.
right, yeah,
When you think about it.
yeah, and that's. I mean, like I said, I've seen that in cartoons. That the dust is controlled to be able to go and do whatever. I don't know, guys. Me. I just believe. I guess I just want to believe more that it's people. Like it's a group of people just messing around with everybody.
I hope you're right, man.
That's me. Whether it's the military or Amazon or
There we
Walmart,
go.
whoever it is, they're just messing around. They're doing their thing, and it's going to be
I'm
a big
just going to
surprise at the
say,
end.
I don't know. That's what I'm going to say. But I think those orbs are a completely
The
different
orbs
thing.
is a whole other thing
I
altogether.
think it's just people are seeing those things.
Yes. Right.
I because they're looking at the sky now.
So we're talking about the ethical part we were just saying, right?
Okay.
You don't know, you think it's sort of this and it's
Right.
not, right? So here they're talking about the ethical part in reference to the dust. So
Okay.
if they're talking about the dust, these guys apply.
right,
All right.
right.
All right. Potential misuse, such as invading personal privacy or conducting unauthorized surveillance. All right. Regulatory gaps. Laws may not be prepared to address technology of this scale. So the same may apply
Right,
to the probes.
right.
Yeah.
And now that's where society's going to end up changing big time. Well, the laws, I should say.
Probes.
I don't know, but I was like, let's go with that.
I meant to say drones. Not probes.
Yeah.
Drones. Because you guys are talking about orbs and
No, because
isn't that what they called in Star Wars?
The
droids. Yeah. Right. That's right. Yeah. But it's this is one of those things where this is the beginning. And where it was that we
may already be in the middle of it.
Well, I'm saying for people, so that then they've already been using drones. So they've been flying drones for surveillance, the big plane drones, unmanned. Yeah. They've been flying them for years. So that then it came down to where we were actually able to go to wherever, order a little drone, and the drone. I have a drone.
For protection too, probably.
Stuff
terrorist
like that.
attacks, things like that.
And the police are using it.
Yeah,
matter of fact, the military has this super small one that's probably like the size of your hand, and they send it up, and the guy sits there. He's got the Oculus camera thing, and he can actually see, or just even holding up the little monitor, and he can see where it is. Right. What's going on ahead. Yep, we've got 3, we've got 4, 7 hostiles here. Blah 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 blah, and they know what they're getting into.
Right.
That's what the military's already been doing.
It's gonna get crazy.
I'm just saying,
it's gonna be like RoboCop.
RoboCop. Jesus Christmas, that was a little bit too violent, bro. I don't want to be that violent. I don't want to be that violent. But with that,
no, I meant just the technology.
We're out of time.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
We're out of time, people. So
I appreciate you guys.
Said
it's fun because this was one of those. Yeah,
three topics.
So now
three
we're
totally different views.
We are going to take a break. I don't know how long.
That's right. Yes,
we're just gonna. I don't know if we're gonna skip
We'll probably take
1 or 2 weeks.
Yeah,
nothing more.
Yeah, nothing crazy because holidays.
It'll be sometime in January.
But we will see you as soon as we come back.
Yes.
Thanks for listening.
We'll put the word out.
You can get us on Facebook, Instagram,
TikTok, as long as it's still around.
Right. And I believe YouTube as well.
Blue Sky too.
Blue Sky,
we're up on Blue Sky now. So
please comment, ideas.
Ideas, all that other good
Goof
stuff.
on us, make fun of us.
Yeah, we can take it. It's all fun.
Anyway.
So appreciate everybody for listening. Thank you guys for being here. Everybody have a great holiday and be safe. Love, peace, and hair grease.
Live long and prosper.
And go vegan.
Holla.